nipper job from entry level to management. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and in today's video I am going to talk about the career pathway that people take. Pathway I've taken myself. I started as a nipper at the end of '94, got my WA shift boss ticket in 2007. And yeah, it's a totally achievable goal, and there's lots of jobs out there to start with. So you just have to type underground into Seek, you'll see all the jobs come up. And where are you looking? Well, you're looking on all the gold and copper mines around the country at the moment, because that's where all the majority of the work is, and that's where they need entry-level people. So to look at this to start with, we are going to come over and have a look on Underground Training's website, and this is the mining jobs flow chart that I did a little while ago, and the production mining jobs are in here, but they're all mixed in with the mill and the open cut as well as the underground. So I am going to flick over to my account. I've logged in as the mining coach. I'm going to go over to basic mine site operation, the course over here. So this is our basic mine site operation course, and then I'm coming down to production mining jobs underground, clicking on that, and this is our production mining jobs underground. And so I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and we're going to work our way up, and we're going to do the nipper job. Now, not that the diamond driller is below the nipper, that's just the way that it's worked out. So your entry-level jobs are diamond driller offsider, nipper, underground truck, and even service and pace crew and AGI at the moment. But yeah, you start off as a nipper or a truck driver. They're pretty interchangeable. A lot of companies will like you to be able to do both. Some companies start people off as the underground truck driver, and then they go to nipper and then work their way up from there. But it just is what it is. So you should be looking at trying to go through those roles in 6 to 12 months. A lot of people do that. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. At the moment, there's a fair bit of work around at the moment, so a lot of people are working their way up through. A good way to work your way through into these jobs quickly is to go to a mine that's just starting out. And yeah, Barminco, if you go and look on their social media page, has got a couple of mines that are just firing up, so they're just starting the portals, and that's a really good place to get on, because as you go up, as the mine expands, it becomes easier to go through the ranks and get pushed up quite quickly. And this is the post that I was talking about. They've got a couple of them going on at the moment, so they've just opened up the pit there. And if you come down a little bit as well, they've got one that's just ending, but they've got another one down a bit further. This one here, another couple of another two portals, or another portal and a return airway that they're putting in. So there's lots of work in those parts. Next, after the truck, is service crew and pace crew, and then after that you've got your charge up and your bogger. So charge up are the people that load the explosives, the bogger's the underground loader. And from there you can work your way up onto a long hole or a jumbo, and then after that you've got your shift boss and your foreman that you work your way into. All really good money all the way along. Yeah, and you can have a career not only here, but you can have a career around the world as well. There's a lot of jobs that are going overseas at the moment, so it's not just Australia that are looking for people. I put up a job ad the other day for Redpath that they were looking for a jumbo operator in Indonesia, and it was between $350,000 and $410,000 a year. And there were a lot of comments on the post underneath that why would I want to go to Indonesia to earn that money when I can earn that money in Australia? And so yes, there are people operating jumbos in Australia making $2,500 to $3,000 a day. It's good money if you can get it, but yeah, and it's a good career path. But it's like anything else in life. A lot of people, you jump onto a jumbo, and it becomes, it's not that stimulating after a while. It can become very boring, and so that's when people jump into the shift boss role, which you go back a bit in money, but you learn a lot more about what's going on with the management side of things, and then you bounce up into the foreman role, and that's where the foreman role is. That's a big money role as well. So you're talking about a lot of foremans get paid equivalent of what a jumbo operator gets, and a lot of foremen get paid a lot more than what jumbo operators get, especially the ones that can do their jobs well, because the foremen that do their jobs well, they make these companies absolutely millions and millions of dollars a year. And the difference between a well-run site and a average run site is often the foremen that are in charge. So if you're making them a lot of money, they'll pay you a lot of money, and it's like anything else in life. So if you want to get into the industry and you want to get the entry-level job, then the best way of doing it is to learn how it all works before you go. You can use the sponsors training, the intro to underground mining. It's got full instructions on how to redo your resume and interview prep in there. The DIY package comes with a resume service that Jess, that does the podcast with me, runs. And then the Work Ready's the one where you get the shift boss like myself to help prep you. So it becomes our job to make sure you've understood all the online information. We go through a mock interview with you. We redo your resume and just come up with a plan of where and how you're going to get a job in Australia. But it's not complicated, guys. There's a lot of work in the middle of New South Wales that you can look at. Up in North Queensland, that's fly out of Brisbane and Townsville. A couple of mines in New South Wales now fly out of Brisbane. There's a lot of big copper mines in South Australia that are always looking for people. A lot of work over here in WA. There's bucket loads of work over here, and I often tell people that if you want a job, first thing to do, educate yourself, use the DIY. Once you've educated yourself and made the changes to your resume, sort your shit out and head to Kalgoorlie. Throw everything in the car and go. It's probably the easiest place in the country to get a job, but with the caveat on it that you need to know what you're walking yourself into. If you just jump in the car and drive across, good chance is that you'll only last 3 days in the job, because the hardest thing about getting a mining job is keeping it, and don't let anybody tell you any other way. There's so much failure out there, it's not funny. The way you don't fail is to learn how it all works so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. So I hope you found that information interesting, and it's perfectly feasible to go from a nipper into management role. I did it. You can do it too. It's not complicated. It's just a matter of putting one foot in front of the other and learning it and understanding what's going on, and having a good time within the industry and making yourself some money along the way. So I hope you found that helpful, and if you could share this information around and like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.